At the start of everyone's journey into watches, a lot of us aspire to own legendary watches. Whether that might be the Speedmaster, Royal Oak, or chronographs like the Zenith El Primero. However, as time progresses, you start to realize there is more to the world of watches than the usual pieces you read about all the time. The same can be said about this one from Zenith. It's hard to ignore Zenith's contribution to the watch world, particularly with the achievement of their El Primero movement, the world's first automatic high-beat chronograph, which still stands as one of the most important calibers today. The Zenith Pilot Big Day just might be one of those watches where you might think, why should I even bother looking at this watch? And to be honest, you're not wrong. There's no other way to put this, but the watch looks, well, boring. But if you have the opportunity to get one of these in hand, you understand why Zenith decided to produce this watch. Zenith's Pilot Collection actually celebrates the brand's aviation heritage that goes back to the early 20th century when pilot watches were essential tools for aviators.
Ladies and gentlemen, this is your captain speaking. Our flight time will be 5 hours and 24 minutes, and we'll be flying at an altitude of 924 meters at a ground speed of 885 kilometers per hour. Thanks for flying with us. Have a great day.
The Big Day is a proper pilot's watch, and with any pilot's watch, they are typically large. This one is no different. The case is chunky, but comes in a sensible 42.5mm case that I found wears comfortably on my 7.25-inch wrist. But don't get me wrong, you definitely feel its heft, which I actually kind of like. The layout of this watch is legible, with subdials at the 3 and 9 o'clock position, and a Big Day proudly sitting at 6 o'clock. Some would say the watch as a whole is a bit lackluster, but to me, the beauty of it is all about its minimalism as a true pilot's watch. Everything you expect from a pilot's watch is here, with the star of this watch being its flyback movement. And just like pilot watches, well, at least for me, I'm not a pilot, and that's okay. The flyback functionality on this movement is for the most part a piece of engineering that has been replaced by computers, but just knowing that you have a mechanical piece that is able to start and stop time immediately is pretty cool. One might say it's a novelty in today's world, but I could see some uses such as timing intervals for cooking, timing your breaks in between workouts, and keeping time of layovers when traveling, to name a few. Watch enthusiasts will always somehow find a way to incorporate a watch's functionality into their everyday lives, even if it's just an adult fidget toy, much like finding every excuse to turn your dive bezels. So I challenge you, in the world of Daytonas, Submariners, and Speedies, try going off the beaten path. You might just discover your next watch there.